Hi, Quilt Tube.
Hi, Quilting.
This is Quilting with the Sisterlies. I'm Colleen,
And I'm Cheryl.
and you're Quilting with the Sisterlies. Anna and Audrey are supposed to do our intro for us because we seem to fail at it.
No, we can't do it.
This is Quilt
Ever.
Tube. This is Quilt Tube number 10, and we're here to talk to you about what we've been doing since Cheryl got back from vacation. And so, start us off, sister.
Okay, so get your quilting that you need to work on because you need to sit and sip while you do this. Sit, sip, and stitch.
Smoke them if you got them. No.
Okay, when I was in California, one of the things I really wanted to finish was my Nature Calls quilt. But Sarah's machine wasn't working. So anyway, I worked on it and actually got it fixed. So I worked on a little bit, but I didn't get to finish it.
No.
So that was, that's pretty much, I've got some quilts to long arm, and I got a quilt someone asked me to make.
Did you bring down the quilt, the heritage quilt that you were going to show, or you could do that another time? You could do that.
Oh, yes, I forgot.
Do it another time, like in between our gathering.
Yeah,
when we get together.
I need to show all of the quilts that I still have here, at least.
Yeah, because it's really cool. Okay, explain who all made this.
So it started with Ed's great grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, hers was all hand stitching. And then his grandmother added a row, but she passed away young.
Mm-hmm.
So in her early 30s. So Ed's great grandmother did most of it. There's a row of grandmothers, and then his mom added a border to make it long enough to put on her bed. And then I finished it. She gave it to me and I finished it. So it's like 4 generations.
Yeah, it's really cool.
And I really want my granddaughters to stitch like Jensen on it, like hand stitch something on it.
Uh-huh.
So when they come down next, that's what I'm going to have them do.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I've been doing a lot of quilting.
Yes, you have.
Thought I would show our Pecking Order quilt along, and I'll put the link again below in the more section. There's a few people doing it, and we'll end this the end of March. And whether you get it done or not isn't a big deal, but get it started, and then I'll pick a winner for what I'll quilt it if you want me to. If not, then I'll pick a winner and you won and you don't get anything. No, I'm kidding. It'll be a $35 gift certificate at Fat Quarter Shop if you don't want me to quilt it. But this is Melissa Cash. She took a picture, and this is hers. She got hers done. I hope you could see that.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And then I think that was Melissa Cash. Yeah, I hope I could have said her name. I don't know. And this is from Caroline. She is the pokey little pineapple. And she's I think got quite a bit done, but this was her getting ready to do it. And the color she's going to use. She was stumped on she wanted to do something in the middle of these because there's a lot of white space.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, I've been watching Stitches with Susan, or Susan Stitches
Stitch by Susan.
Stitch by Susan. I'm telling you what, I'm pretty sure I can do anything.
Yes,
I could do anything.
Yes, you can.
But then again, once I get up there, it's going to be what I do.
I know. I think embroidery, like what you did on, I think it was Mark's quilt.
No,
that you made, that's Sarah.
No, hers wasn't embroidered. I did the one I have in my shop is embroidered.
So I think that would be pretty.
Yeah, I guess I could, but then I'd have to do that on I could do it on my Bernina. I could do that. Thank you. And here I was going to try to, expand my skills since it's going to
Well,
be
you
the
can
quilt.
that as well.
Just, shoot me in the foot, that's okay. No, she was doing a crazy 8
Mhm.
all the way across. Then she did another one. Janet Recker Fritsch, something like that. And it was a witch, Halloween themed. And it's the lady, one of the old little ladies. And she just did straight stitch. She just put her channel lock on and
Yeah.
went 1/2 inch all the way. And that looks so cool. Probably
Yeah.
back breaking. But when I get done with the load of quilts I have now, it might be kind of fun to try. Because I have this one quilt back in the day when I didn't know things were supposed to match up.
Right.
I was like, who's that person that we watched yesterday? And her son was doing it because he thought
The last homely house. Oh my gosh.
I was the son.
I literally laughed out loud. I literally was sitting there. Ed walked in and said, "What are you laughing at?" I said,
"Is he impressing?"
I said, "Her son and my sister."
Yes. And your son, you said Chris, and I thought you meant our sister, Chris. And I'm like,
my son. Well, my son would be the one like John's in the last Kate's son. He would say things like, she would say, "Well, just go ahead. It doesn't really matter." He goes, "Yeah, it really doesn't matter to me."
Yeah, till he realized that it did. And then he's like, oh, yeah, they were dead geese or clipped wings. Clipped wings.
That was the best.
I have to do a video. I have to do a little one to show people how, because people have asked how I keep my points. And so Pat Sloan taught me, and it's once you see how easy it is,
yeah,
you'll thank Pat or me. No.
Yeah, I love how Kate was like going, "Okay, all right, well, okay."
Yes. Well, but I did get my pecking order pieced. So I'll show you that. Hopefully
you could do flags in those circles.
What do you want me to do? Flag?
Yeah, that or eagle. Do an eagle bursting out of a flag.
Oh, jeez. I could design that on the Bernina,
I know.
Can you see it?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Okay, so that's one. I'm also doing.
How many did you do?
Just one.
Oh, you said that's one, like there was more.
Well, I have 3 to show.
Oh, all the
same
order?
quilt. Not of the same
quilt. I got it.
The second one I did, actually in between this one, I did another chicken salad quilt for a customer. And I got that off. She received it. She got Fat Quarter Shop's doing a quilt along that I'm part of, and it's called Heart of America Sal.
I love it.
4 or 5 weeks that you're supposed to do it. And I got to doing it. And when I was waiting for some fabric from Fat Quarter Shop for another quilt I was commissioned to do, I accidentally got it done. Luckily, I took pictures of week 1 and week 2, but week 3, and I saved them because it only took 3 days to do it. So here it is finished, but I have to quilt it.
It's beautiful. I love this. So it's Fat Quarter Shop and it's a quilt along, and it's active right now.
Yes, and it's a free pattern download, so you can download the pattern.
Look at this. That is gorgeous.
Can you see the heart?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming out from under. So
I love it.
I guess you could see it. So I have to quilt it. But other than that, there's that one. And then the third one took me 2 days after I got the customer picked out the fabric. And it's called, the fabric line is called Painterly by it's a fabric line by Robert Kaufman.
Yeah.
We have to breathe.
Okay. Everybody take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath.
In and out.
So it took a day and a half to applique the hearts on, and then a day in this morning to piece it. And I made a star sashed border. I told her I'm going to come to her for fabric selection because she
Knocked it out of the park. Huh?
This is kind of a biggie, but well, maybe.
Wow. Look at that.
So it needs to be, see the stars in the border? It needs
Yeah.
to be pressing and then long armed.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
So, and the backing is really cool too. It's looks like a watercolored, kind of bluish, creamish.
Yeah.
And then I have one more quilt for her, and it is hearts and crosses and an Irish chain.
Oh, nice.
So in the parts of the Irish chain that is that area that I can't think of, well, like the pecking order, the big blank areas,
Yes.
will be a heart or a cross.
Okay.
She just moved to a new place and new home, new house that has 3 bedrooms. So she's doing her bedrooms. And then she said, she just pinged me and said she needed another one, probably a flower quilt. So I'll have to get some ideas from her what she
Show her
wants.
Granny's garden.
Yeah, I do have. That one's pretty fast too. It's just a lot of them.
Yeah, you're fast. You're
Yeah.
really fast.
Well, I'm retired and I'm not gardening. I'm not wannabeing. I'm not.
Well, no, what I'm saying is, mom is probably in heaven, like so surprised.
Especially when she sees me at the iron. I want to turn half my dining room table into an iron board.
Yeah, it's really true.
Yeah.
I know when I redo the upper barn, some of this stuff will go into the upper barn. And so it'll be really nice to have more space.
You froze.
For ironing.
Talk about, yeah.
Oh, I froze?
Yeah. So talk about what you're going to do with the upper. Are you going to, and I know you're going to do a wannabe video, but are you going to also include, can we keep, when you send me the clips, can I also keep a copy of when you do the walkthrough of the top of the barn? Because it's going to be your quilting studio or quilting classroom or retreat classroom.
Right. Yeah. So we have a barn that my quilt room is directly across from. There's a little bridge that goes to the top of the barn. And inside the barn, yeah, it's about, I measured it. I can't remember now. It's something like 85 by 60. It's a, typical barn size. So we are going to finish it off on the inside and then make a seating area for cross stitchers, hand quilters, whatever to work on. We're going to have tables set up for teaching sewing. I'm going to do clothing sewing and quilting.
Yeah, next time you come up, I have a couple of sewing machines you could take back with you. Couple of whites. They're called White Company.
Oh, great! Yeah,
and Brother.
That's great.
We should have took the lower part of the barn. It's like, I don't know, a warehouse. It's huge.
Yeah, it is huge. It is huge. So, and we're also going to use your cottage as another. I don't know if I'm going to put fabric up there or if it's going to be like a separate type of thing. But once we finish the upper barn, then I'm going to know more of
how you want to do everything.
How we want to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's where we live. So Beth Twist she's a cross stitch designer, and she does, and it has an area in her church that we go and stitch at. And and I imagine you could sew at it, but we're a little more centralized here. You know, we're about a half hour down from her, maybe 20 minutes. And so for the east side of the river, there's a river that divides the west side and east side of Oregon. And on the east side, this will be a nice place to be able to come to for people to stitch and learn and blah, blah, blah. So I'm excited. It's something
Wait.
I've always wanted to do.
You mean your place, not the church?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my place. Yeah.
You-
Hers
you-
is a little too far away.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was going to show real quick the pattern for the Heart of America quilt.
Yeah.
And I'll link the free pattern from Fat Quarter Shop below. So if anybody wants to do that, they can.
Yeah.
All right, go on. I was just yapping.
Oh, I'm done. I'm done. You want me to show my whips?
Yes.
Okay.
These
So,
are quilting?
yes. Are they whips for quilting?
Mhm.
Quilting? Yeah.
UFOs is what we used to call them, remember?
Oh, that's right. I knew
Unfinished
it was
objects.
something different. So this is Claudia Donnell's Nature Calls. I've been
Mhm.
working on this one. And so I'm going to get up for, like
Okay.
you did.
Like I did. Although I'm not going to
I'm
entertain.
hoping eventually I have a wall space that I can just hang stuff up to show it, you know, but right now I don't.
Mhm.
So
Oh, it's beautiful.
how far I need to finish the top and bottom borders and then put a sashing all the way around and then it will be done.
Are you ever going to finish
I'll put it up for sale.
Are you going to finish the Baby Jesus quilt? It's also a embroidery.
Baby Jesus quilt.
Okay, so they're in Jerusalem and the baby's in there. That's Jesus, and there's a
The
mother and a
nativity
father.
one?
Yeah.
Did I do it? I did ornaments.
It was hanging up on your things to your UFO rack.
Huh, I'll have to go look. I've clearly forgotten about it.
It's on dark fabric too. It's on like a navy
You're
blue.
right. Oh yeah, I do need to finish that. Oh my
That
god.
would be a cool one too. I want to see how that looks.
Thanks for reminding me.
Because this customer of mine wants a Christmas quilt, and I was thinking that would be cool.
Oh yeah.
For the to grandmother's house we go, I wanted to show her both and see,
Yeah.
you know. But anyway,
Okay.
go ahead. So I keep interrupting you.
So this one is the Beth Dutton Yellowstone Cozy Cabin Quilt I've been working on. And this one has 122 9 patches. So I've been working on those. So
How many do you have done? It kind of
think-
matches. You're wearing plaid.
yeah, clearly I always do plaid and this.
Yeah, look at her closet. Ask her granddaughter.
Yeah. What did you ask me? Oh, how many? I think I've probably done 50, but it needs 122.
Wow. Did you? Well, you're getting there. Did you use the Acu quilt cutter?
No.
Acu cutter. Oh,
No, I just cut it.
backbreaking.
So my hope was to get these all done last week. This and this other quilt, the Nature Calls quilt, but it didn't work out. So it's done with Bonnie Sullivan's Woolly Flannels. That's
Bonnie Sullivan. That's who did that.
Yeah, this is her back. This is the backing I'm going to use for this.
Yes, perfect.
It'll be pretty.
And nice and cozy and warm.
Yeah, yeah. And then I have a couple quilts from customers to do. Melissa sent again the cutest card that she made. I'm sure she made it. Handmade.
Uh-huh.
Then she sent a couple of fat quarters. So sweet.
To the pink.
Yeah. And then this is her. She said, she wrote a note and said, oh, I feel so much better about this one. I did it so much better. And I'm thinking, you did the first one perfect. But this one is beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yes. Did you see that one that Mary quilted? Oh my gosh. She could do the stuff I think I could do in my head.
Mary who?
in our Stitch group, which we'll have to talk about, in our Zoom group.
Oh, no, I didn't see it.
Do you look at, I mean, in the Stitching with the Sisterlies Facebook group?
I did. Oh, okay, there. I thought
Yeah.
you meant on our quilt tube.
No.
Here's the backing she's using for it.
Looks like it's a B basic Lori Holt fabric.
It's Lori Holt's Be Basic.
Yep.
And then my friend from Acorns and Threads, this is her, I think it's her first quilt. So she just gave this to me to long arm. And so this is,
that's gorgeous. Who did that?
isn't it her first quilt?
Who did it?
I'm like, what? I never did anything like this.
Who did it? First name, anyway.
Lee.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I really need to find my first quilt. I think I did. And then I put it away again, and that's for the better. I should frame it and put it in the quilt studio.
She is using Primitive Gatherings. To plant a garden is to believe in tomorrow. Audrey Hepburn quote. This is her backing. And then I guess that's all for whips. For long arming, yeah. I don't know what you want to do next.
Why don't I do why we think about what we're going to chat about next? Why don't I do the giveaways from last time?
Okay.
So we had two $35 gift certificates from the Fat Quarter Shop, and the winners are okay. It was what was the most requested quilt in my Etsy shop? And it is the chicken salad. And the first winner for the $35 gift certificate is a gray one. And what you need to do is go down to the more on this video and just send me your email address, because Fat Quarter Shop will send you the gift certificate from their shop. And then the second one was Texstylist. Texstylist. Oh, Lori.
Yeah.
Yeah. She goes, your most requested chicken salad quilt is adorable, but I'm like you, I tend to quilt with more primitive and historical fabrics. My favorite is the bear paw quilt. So Lori, just send me your email address.
Yes.
That's who that was. I always try to say text sexy. I just can't pronounce that.
Ooh, Textilist.
Yeah. And then for this giveaway, this week, this quilt to be one, I have two copies of, this is Flirty. I think Lori did this. I think Lori Textilist or Lisa Smith, somebody, or maybe Farm Girl Dry Good. Somebody did this. It's by Kim Deal.
That's such a cute one.
And it's called Flirty, and it's designed by Kim Dill, and I have two of them to give away. So if you want this, say
Flirty.
And another one by Kim Deal. I think that's this one. I love this one. I kept one of these. There's two of these. So two of you will win Sundrops and Starflowers.
Oh, yeah.
Designed by Kim Dill.
It's beautiful.
And it's a pattern.
Yeah.
And then one more set.
That word is Sundrops.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Cheryl. And then I have two of these books. It's called Celebrate with Quilts, and it's by Lisa Alexander and Susan Aki, who I think is a really good friend of Carol Saltbox Stitcher.
Okay.
But anyway, so it's a whole bunch of quilts.
Yeah. So
if you want this, say
celebrate.
Celebrate. Okay, you got a little singing in there.
So one of the things I've been watching, I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but Fabric's a little expensive.
Yeah.
And I
11,
always
12
want,
bucks a
pardon me?
yard. 11, 12 bucks a yard.
Right. And I always want to support your local fabric stores.
Mhm.
But sometimes you need like big bulk pieces. And it's like, how do you get that cheap enough? Especially like backing.
Yeah.
So I had a girlfriend the other day who was, and I know you did this on some of your first quilts. She had some sheets, really nice sheets that she was getting rid of.
Mhm.
And I a quilt to do, and just the elastic came off of part of it, and the edging, and so like unsewed, whatever that's called. Anyway, so I'm gonna take this fabric that's from this king size quilt or king size sheets and use
Mhm.
that as a backing.
Did you
So
quilt the one that I did a sheet as the backing? I wondered if you had any issues with it. I've heard that people have issues with.
no, didn't have one issue with it. But then also, I thought, I could go to like Goodwill or whatever and look for old sheet sets. But also, I found this lady called the Stitchery on Instagram, which
Mhm.
that's her name, the Stitchery. And she has a great YouTube video on finding like vintage fabrics, bulk fabrics, um, like I can't remember what it's called when they're at the end of.
And the bolt?
No, not end of bolt. Wait, let me go here. Let me find the name of this. Oh,
End of run?
no, dead. It's called dead something.
Oh,
It left my brain. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna find it. Dead stock. So fabric, Kogut sent me a bunch of fabric that was dead stock. It was stuff they're not making again.
Teresa
And
did?
you
Teresa's
yeah.
supposed to send me some. She must have sent it
Oh,
to
that
you.
was a long time ago. That was
Oh,
this was a long, long time ago.
this is
So
a prairie one.
so anyway, if you go and watch her video, and it's called Where to Find Secondhand Dead Stock and Vintage Fabrics. She has a lot of great websites you can go on to order online.
Mhm.
And of course, you want to support your local fabric stores because they're getting few and far between. But also, this is another way to get bulk product. And the ones I looked at were like people like you and me who have a lot of fabric that they're just not going to use again, so they sell it off. And
Oh.
that's a great
And what is this place? You give me the link so I can link it here. I know we have one in Washington State over towards Mount Vernon that's got what you're talking about.
well, this
It's
is on
a warehouse.
this is on her YouTube video.
On
So
whose?
the Stitchery.
Okay.
The Stitchery. And I showed them while you were looking for something. I showed
I was
them.
looking for questions from our last quilt tubes.
Yeah, I was just saying I was showing them that. That's why
Okay.
you didn't see it. You'll see it when you go back through this.
Okay.
But anyway, I thought that was really interesting. And then I have one quilt that I'm getting ready to start for somebody, and this is All Through the Nights patchwork petals.
Oh, that's pretty.
So she's
like
picking
that.
up her fabric now, and then I'll start making that one.
Yeah.
And I saw this one on Instagram. This is Cottonberry Quilts, Christa Smith, and it's gorgeous in person.
Applique? Looks like applique.
Yeah, it's applique. And here's her fabrics. Oh, I lost them.
Yeah,
Oh,
my favorite is applique. I don't know what you're doing over there.
I dropped
how
some.
pretty. That's pretty. Nice and fresh.
Yeah, I'm really excited to start that one. So that's what I'm working on. Your
Cool.
turn.
So I already told you what I'm working on. So we have some questions from our previous quilt tubes.
Yep.
And Mary Jones 1720 says, I'm not sure I understand how quilt tube works. I have followed you on Facebook and YouTube. If I get my YouTube, oh wait, but she did. If I get my YouTube channel up and running, how do I participate in quilt tube? You did just what you did, Mary, and I will link your site below so people can go and see what Mary's been up to, because it's really cool.
So can I add to that? Quilt tube, if you also cross stitch, you know, floss tube is what people do to post. They put stitching with the Sisterlies floss tube number. And when you put quilt tube, YouTube will force it more up. The more people that use it, it forces it up to the top.
Yeah, and what you should do is hashtag quilt tube, even if you don't want to put it in your title. You can hashtag quilt tube, hashtag even stitchers that do both stitching and quilting but don't want to separate them. You can just hashtag quilt, hashtags cross stitch, just add it to your hashtag to get your algorithm up. So
yes, and the idea is the community. We want to push people forward and have a community of people, of creators.
Yeah.
And work is becoming less and less. And so you want to.
I think it's coming back since COVID. You know what Bobby said? Bobby Joe said this. He was watching Kimberly of Fat Quarter Shops. And I had her on while I was sewing, and he just left it on, and he's on his phone. He goes, wow, she really shows you how to do things, Mom. I go, what are you saying, Bob? Well, you and Auntie just talk, but Kimberly, she really look at. I go, I know.
Well, but that's the difference, right? There's a difference between people who do tutorials and then people who are here to enable you to go out and do more. That's us. We're enablers.
And then Sue Riley says she loved seeing our quilts. What are you working on at this time? We've told you. She wanted to show what I learned on making the star blocks to keep those corners, and I will do that sometime this week because I will be doing some quilts that have corners on them. Susan Beach wanted to know what the name of the first quilt in our intro was. So if you mean the very first quilt, it's The Raven by the
Blackbird Designs.
Blackbird Designs. If you mean the very first picture of that really gorgeous prune of antique Civil War looking quilt, it's just a Bing AI. So
you needed a cover photo.
Yes.
We took it off.
Yes, because now we have two little sisters, doing their thing. Okay. You could do it by, what tool do you use when you cross-hatch quilt?
Me?
I don't know that you've cross-hatched quilted. I just use a ruler and diagonally draw lines on it with a erasable air erase, or what do you call those other pens? That heat removes it.
Right.
And I
cross-hatch quilt on my long arm, and I just follow the foot has like a circular pad on it, and it's kind of a ruler for me. So when I go across, then I go down according to how far away that little foot piece is, and I go back the other way.
You use your ruler?
No, I use my foot. I use my foot as the guide.
On your long arm?
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's exactly 1/4 of an inch.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. But what if your cross stitch is 1 inch? Then
I would go twice as far. Oh. I use my foot. I don't use a ruler. It just is easier for me.
Oh,
a ruler
I can
constantly have to move.
Whole quilt?
Yeah. Yeah.
And not computerized. You're just free doing a crosshatch quilt.
Yes.
Okay. So you could do it on a long arm too. I mean, I could too, but I'd need a ruler. Because that's a lot of lines. You got to draw all your lines this way and then all your lines again this way.
Right, which is why I didn't. I mean, I did that once on Teresa Kogut's. I did a little area that I cross-hatched and I drew them out. And then I realized it was just easier for me to follow with my foot on, like the foot would be on the edge of the last stitch I made. And then I'd follow it that way.
Yeah, and I was watching Susan, and when she did straight line, but she used the channel lock, right? So she just went down like 1, 2, 3 stitches
Yeah.
and then went again.
Right.
I'd have to, even with, I guess you couldn't do that with a crosshatch because no channel lock's going to go diagonal.
I mean, the whole thing is that, well, diagonal is harder on the long arm, but
Yeah,
you know,
because you have to keep rolling.
well, right. And for me, right, to bring it down,
Mhm.
I'm not as straight as when I go straight across. So, but still, I just go slower and
Yeah.
follow the line
But
down.
you know me, I wouldn't be able to do that because we're lucky if I get a 1/4 inch sometimes, you know. When we get
Well,
to the end of
that's
that
the
1/4
beauty.
inch, all of a sudden it goes, wee.
That's
So
the
imagine.
beauty. That's the beauty of having a community is we all have different ideas and how we can do things. And so
Yeah, I've only cross-stitched on like baby quilts or table runners or smaller quilts. I don't do big
yeah.
ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Somebody wanted to know, because I was all about Lincolns, they wanted to know if I drove a Lincoln, and I didn't, but my dad did. I think mom did too. Our mother.
I mean, she drove the Lincoln.
Yeah. The lady said, do you drive a Lincoln? Do
Yeah.
you drive a Lincoln too? Because everything I have is Lincoln, quilts,
Right.
dog, everything. Okay.
I got it.
Okay. Go ahead and talk while I find questions.
Oh, I didn't know. I was talking. I don't know what else to say.
Okay, so do you display all your quilts or how do you store them?
I have some of my quilts, so I typically use them. And so I have one on the end of my bed. My heritage quilt that is from Ed's side of the family, I have in my guest room. But I also have some that are stored in these boxes from Legacy Box. So that, because it's like I have your quilt you made me in a Legacy, the wool one in a Legacy Box one, because I don't want to forget.
Flannel.
Yes. And so, and those are the material made of, if you don't want to use it and you want to keep it, the material of the box is made to keep all sunlight out so it won't ruin the fabric. But I also have some inside, like I don't know why I did this, but I think when I die, my kids are going to open up this cupboard and they're going to see all my special stuff.
Yes.
And they're all going to go, ooh, ah. So I have it in there. Yeah, I have them on ladders. I have a ladder here or here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you'll have to
With
go
the
around and show them all sometime. I store mine on ladders. I hang them on, I use a curtain rod and put it on the wall and it clips and hang them up there. They're on my beds, they're in my guest room on that bed, or they're for sale.
Yeah.
I don't put any in boxes. At Cheryl's house, we had them stacked. It was pretty cool. Somebody asked you a question. Oh, Cheryl, did you figure out those mysterious discs for your sister's old Singer sewing machine?
I did. And I'll show it. I figure the next quilt tube, I'll probably pull that out and show it.
So you're not going to answer you'll answer it then?
Well, she asked if I figured it out. I did figure it out.
Oh, okay.
So
were they cams?
Yes, yeah. They're cams. And
So
I'll show how they work next time
you do a little
tube. I'll pull it out.
Yeah. Remember it's the one you gave to Mary for a while. And I think then you gave it. Did that have cams? You did different things with that. It was cool. That lid was always open.
No, it didn't have a lid. But
not a lid, it had doors or something.
It had cards. No, there's no lid on that one. It has cards that you put into the front of it. What were you gonna say?
And that's not the one like mom, like the singer, or like, did mom have that for hers?
No, but I do have the singer with the lid open that Sarah just gave me. And she just gave it back to me because she has a Bernina now. So that one,
yeah.
More questions. Let's see.
She wants to know, Rose Boss said, will you guys maybe cover some applique techniques too?
And you said, you're the applique queen. You're the applique queen.
Oh. I could show you on the sewing machine, which I already have a video up. Cheryl and Anna perhaps can do some wool applique and show that stitch.
Oh, hand applique.
Yeah.
I was thinking machine
applique techniques. There's different techniques to applique.
I was thinking quilting. It was for quilts, but yeah, absolutely. I'll do one.
Maybe you and Anna could do one when she comes over and you guys sit there and.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Okay. Thank you for the nice comments on my scissor holder. I'm glad you liked it. Colleen, would you like one too? Tell Burke. T-E-L-E, Telly Burke, Tell. She sent, it's T-E-L-E-B-U-R-K-E. She went to the thing with you.
I know who it is, but that's not her name. I can't think of her name.
That's her.
Tell us your name. I forgot.
Tell us your name, Burke.
I picture you in my head.
I see her. She has sunglasses on and she's got short hair like mom used to wear. Okay. I thought I had it. I just thought I had it. Okay, Cheryl. Last year you enabled, this is the question. This is from Adventures in Stitching. She says, okay, Cheryl, last year you enabled me when you showed that you bought the Jane Austen quilt kit. We both do, but it's a pretty box.
It is. Anna keeps trying to get that box.
Yes. I found it and thought it was English paper piecing and talked to a friend into starting with me. Oh my gosh, what a bugger. I don't think she goes, I don't think you started it yet. Why don't we do a quilt along?
Oh, that's a great idea.
That really is. Let's pick it up. I was supposed to start it in August with some friends, other people. And when I took it out and I looked, I go, oh, it's a panel.
Yeah.
You have to do the borders, which I may still do.
Right.
But you have to cut all that up. Yeah. But it's, you have to enjoy.
You have to enjoy the process. Okay, do it. Let's come up with that and do a quilt along. That'd be fun. I think Anna would do it too.
She has that too?
I think she wants it.
Oh. So Melva Lang 9069 says, what is the thread that you use that's green in the quilt you are binding? You are binding a quilt.
Well, I'm guessing it's the Halloween quilt.
You said I'll show it on the next quilt tube.
Yeah, it's a Halloween quilt. Let me go grab. It is right over there. Okay, I gotta walk around all my mess.
I know, I'm sitting here looking at all my embroidery thread, but I can't remember the name of it. Stitch by Susan uses it for long arm quilting. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yes, she uses the exact same thing you're going to say.
So it's a Superior Threads.
Oh.
Called Lime Green.
Oh.
But it's actually bottom line. So it's bottom line thread.
It's our Seahawk stuff.
Yeah, similar.
Yeah.
So
Isacord. Stitch by Susan uses Isacord.
Oh, she does?
To quilt.
Oh yeah.
Let me get right in your face.
Line. Same with that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was it.
Okay, sorry.
That's all right.
People from South Africa are watching us.
Wow.
A
Wow.
lot of people watch. Jackie Amundsen said, "Where are you ladies from?" I live in Portland, Oregon.
Oh,
Snohomish, Washington.
and I'm in Damascus, Oregon, so I'm 20 minutes away.
Everybody's 20 minutes away in increments. Okay, keep on talking. But what have you and Anna been quilting?
I mean, I showed you what I've been quilting. Although I am getting ready to start my daughter-in-law's wool quilts that they want. Anna gave me a big, huge piece of black wool that I'm gonna start their heritage quilts on. So
Oh,
I'm nervous. That's a lot of wool to mess up. I can't mess it up.
I use it for, if you did, you have lots of applique black wool fabric.
There you go.
Karen Stitches says, Cheryl, the quilt that you stood up and showed us, did you basically make two tops and then put them together?
I did. That was the first quilt I ever made. And it was a friendship star. That was the one I learned on.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't, I thought you were supposed to quilt two tops together. So I thought, I'm not going to make another friendship star. So I just did blocks. And yeah, that's basically what I did, is made two tops and quilted them together.
Yeah, that is what you did. And Kimberly Jolly would be very proud of you. I'm just like, give me a wide back so I don't even have to sew it anywhere. Just stick it on the.
Yeah. I eat why that sheet looked so good.
Yeah. I don't remember. Yes, I do. I do remember. I wasn't sure if you or Patty quilted them though.
You mean the sheet?
Mm-hmm.
It was your blue, what is that? It was not dinner plate, dahlias.
Oh no, it wasn't. No,
it wasn't.
No,
it was another one.
Yeah, there had to have been another one. That was one of the very first quilts I ever did. I should have pulled that one out. Oh my God. It's like, why go easy? Although I think it is easy. I remember that lady at Pacific Fabrics. The first thing we were going to do, we were taking it to Patty's, our friend Patty. She lives by Ellensburg or Flea Ellen. And we decided we were going to bring her what we wanted to learn how to do. And it was applique, and they were guitars. We were going to make it for Christopher and James. I still have the pattern.
Me too.
And the lady when we picked out the fabric, we have the fabric for it.
Yeah.
And the lady at Pacific Fabric goes, "Oh, if that's the first thing you're gonna do, I wouldn't do it." But we said, "Oh," so we didn't even know what we were buying as far as the softies or the
yeah. I remember going, "Oh, you mean you iron it on here? You draw it out, you iron it on? I mean, how easy is that?
Do you really even have to bother sewing it on? You never wash it, people." But it was, to me, the best. My favorite thing is applique.
Yeah, it is your favorite. That's why I think you should do, or at least
Christopher and James's quilts. Because they were three cool guitars, weren't they?
They really are.
Electric, acoustic, and something else. I do. I love it. And we even had it. We had to go to the copy place and get it enlarged.
Yeah.
We brought it up to Patty. I think she just scratched her head, laughed at us, made us rice bags, made us rice bags.
She did laugh at us.
Taught you about the long arm machine, and I went to bed.
Yeah.
Because whenever you invite Cheryl and Colleen over, Cheryl's the chatty one, I need to rest. I need to break. Oh, somebody wanted to know if there was a specific French general line on the chicken quilt, and I don't know which one it was.
No, I picked all different kinds.
Yeah.
Whatever the colors were that I want, because I wanted black, tans, grays and reds and like this bluish gray. And it was just all different kinds.
Yeah, unless I can get Riley Blake and what's her name? Lori Holt, to keep that cookbook fabric. I'm gonna have to start getting creative. People are gonna have to, but the thing is they really like Lori's, and that's the one that's up there. I should put yours up there also, so they can see how the difference.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be, I thought it would be really pretty in red, white, and blue fabrics too. Red, white, blue, tan.
Yeah. Chickens are very American.
Yeah, only American.
Except for Cheryl's, who has the French police.
We're French poulets.
How are all your chickens?
Oh, they're doing good. All the Teresas are still alive. They're doing well. They're laying a lot of eggs, 15 eggs a day. Yeah, they're doing good.
I'm making you, I am doing another applique. I am making this for Cheryl.
What?
Let me see. Yes, it's going to be a needle book.
Ah.
And it's, let me see if you can guess what it's going to be.
Chickens.
No.
Oh, Holly Hoppy?
No. Close. Think older. Okay. Think of what's her name? Eleanor Burns with her, where she throws her thing, some of her patterns, some of the things that she would sew when she was showing us vintage things.
I can't think.
Sunbonnet.
Oh, that little doll with the sunbonnet?
Yeah, sunbonnet Sue.
Cute.
Yes. So you, Anna, have any quilt? You've got a lot of quilting to do. How do you manage quilting and stitching?
I cross stitch morning and night and sew during the day.
Oh, okay. And then when do you pick a ball?
I pickleball Thursday and Monday and Thursday.
And when do you go to stitch with Anna and everybody?
Those are always the first of the month.
Oh,
so like last week I had, but I came home on the day of acorn stitching. So Thursday, and then it was Sunday. And then this Wednesday is Woolly Wednesday, but I'm working on taxes, so I'm not gonna do anything this week. Last week, literally, I was so busy after we got back. We drove in and we had to go right to a party. And it was like, because this month is the month of birthdays. Anybody I know just about is born in March. And so, except for you. So anyway, it's just been one thing after another. So last night, literally, I went to bed at 9 o'clock. I thought, okay, I'll get up at 5 so I like to read my Bible and drink my coffee and eat my banana. I woke up at 8.
Oh,
I
wow.
slept 10 hours. I think I was tired.
I do that a lot, but lately I've been getting up at like 4:35, and because I have nothing. I need, even though I give myself plenty of time on custom orders, I still feel like I should do nothing else until I get these out for these people. They have given me their money, and I've ordered these. That I need to get these done, and so that's my problem.
I would feel that way too. I feel that way for Melissa and Carolee's quilts.
Luckily, they say they're not in any hurry, huh?
Yes, I still feel like I need to do those first.
Yeah.
And so I've got it. I think I have 2 other quilts of mine I need to long arm, so I can get them up to sell, but I haven't done. Yeah.
I have 3 of mine that are 2 of the patriotic ones, the Pecking Order, and then but the heart one for my client. So
yeah, right.
Yeah.
So anyway,
anything else? So we're gonna have a merch pretty soon. Cups or stuff. Silly stuff.
Yeah, and I thought, and we're going to be doing a quilt along, or not a quilt along, a Zoom. We did a practice one, a Zoom quilt stitching. that we can all
yeah.
stitch together.
And then if you want to, and it's quilt, you could quilt, because Cheryl even tested on
Machine.
her sewing machine, and we didn't hear the sewing machine go. So you could stitch or hand bind or hand quilt or do whatever you
You
want.
can do anything really. It's just fun being together doing this for an hour.
Yeah, and we'll let you know ahead of time. It's best if you join our
Facebook.
Anna of Quilt Roadies decided, Colleen, you guys need a private Facebook group. So you could join our private Facebook group, but you need to answer a question. It's one question, and what's the name of our YouTube channel?
Yeah.
And I think it's Stitching with the Sisterlies is what we put.
And it's repeated.
No, I removed the second one. It's
Oh,
just
okay.
one now. And then you have to agree to the group rules, which is don't be a meanie face. And then you can be entered in. And then you can, then you'll see everybody else, the rest of our community. We have 103, I think, in there now. But anyway, and then Cheryl will run all of the Zoom meetings, phone calls. You did that really well. We all put on different avatars. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Let's see.
I just had a hard time getting rid of mine a minute ago.
I was trying to find. Where did you go to find it?
The 3 dots.
There you are. The 3 dots where? What 3 dots?
Look at your picture.
Oh, okay.
And hit your picture and you'll see it'll say more with 3 dots.
And then choose avatar.
Yep, choose avatar.
And we know what I'm going to be. Hi, I am a cow. This is Colleen.
Oh, this one isn't so because I can't move anything.
And I go, holy moo. And I could stick my tongue at my sister. Okay, how do you get this off? Oh, well, I'll get it off one week. Do you have anything more to say? Do you have any more questions?
No.
You would like answered? Yes or no?
I can stick my tongue at you too.
Yeah, but I could see it. So everybody, I'll put stuff in the description below. I need Lori Textilist and a gray one to email me your email addresses so I can forward them to Fat Quarter Shop, and Kate will send you off your $35 gift certificate that you won.
Yes.
Fat Quarter Shop.
What are those things on your, those are your eyeballs. Your eyeballs are moving.
Well, yeah, cows have eyeballs, they see.
I know, but if you look at it, put your head straight, look at it. See how straight. There. No, you went the other way. Right in the middle. Can't you find the middle? Right there.
I'm directionally impaired. Move.
Look how they stick out of the side of your head.
They do stick out. There's like a button. I have udders too.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody.
All right.
Thank you so much.
YouTube.
Good to see you, sister.
You too. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.